up? What up? Live. Downtown Florida. Downtown Orlando, Florida, baby. What up? So we got some marches going on today, protesting, and we'll see what else happens. You're gonna find people of all ethnicities out here protesting and marching on City Hall, downtown Orlando, Florida. See that Penny Hardaway jersey, baby? Let's check it out. Let's check it out. Make sure you give this video a like. See what's happening in City Hall. Might be too early. Downtown Orlando. This is downtown Orlando, Florida, baby. Make sure you give this video a like. Support my channel so I could keep, delivering these videos at high quality. Because I just do this for fun, for the most part. But I want my videos to come out as good as possible, man. Give y'all the best experience. So someone is going to be looking for their car. Oh yeah, for sure, right? That's the thing too out here downtown, man. It's best to come out here and just take an Uber down here or travel on a little moped downtown. You don't really need to do all of that out here. Just do a little moped or something, and you're good. But this is the Mai Tai Asian Fusion Plaza, baby. I've never been in there before, but let's see. Oh, beautiful downtown. Orange Avenue and Pine Street. You got the cigar shop on the corner, Corona Cigars. That's City Hall down there. if they still doing a protest out here, but let's see what's good. Let's go up here, man. Oh! Parliament House is gonna be right here. Oh, it's gonna be lit down here. That's the last thing we needed. The Parliament House is moving to downtown Orlando right here. Wow. Oh, this is the Comedy Lab.
And I stayed in the YMCA in Glendale.
What's up?
It was $16.50 a night, which was expensive. You know, coming up with $16.50.
This is the after the nightclub pizza spot right here.
Oh, okay.
You drunk as shit, you get out the nightclubs, tear up some of that pizza, $2 a slice, baby. This is more of like the club area. We're gonna go down to the City Hall area in a minute, but I just want to see how it's looking today. It's a beautiful day downtown Orlando, Florida. Make sure you give this video a thumbs up. It's 88 degrees right now. It's 2:03 p.m. And we're just gonna take a nice little stroll through the city. And if you speak English or Spanish, sí se habla español, baby. Sí se habla español. Ew. Let's take a little trip down here. Hey buddies, I'm in downtown Orlando, Florida. I'm in the heart of downtown Orlando on Orange Avenue and Central Boulevard. You come down here, you may see the library. You have Lake Eola Park down this way. And we're gonna head down this way, why not? It's a beautiful, beautiful day. B-E-A-U-tiful, baby. Check out the scenes behind me. And what we got going on in beautiful Orlando, Florida. Let's get out of the way of the bikers.
We're on TV.
We live. Yeah. Were they protesting out here earlier? Oh, that's. I'm on YouTube.
Let me say something.
Yeah. Here we go.
Jesus is the Lord, the way, the truth, and the life.
You heard that? Oh, I love that.
There's no other way. There's no other way besides him. He's the one that could bring peace to everything that's happening in the world.
That's beautiful, man. Thank you for the message.
God
all
bless
right.
you.
God bless you and your children. Okay. Yeah. If you don't mind, let me go this way. Thank you. So yeah, this is it's a beautiful day, man. This is a beautiful day. We got a lot of love going on, you know. Man just pulled up on a bike. Yeah, we don't even have to agree on everything, man. I was just loving his energy. You know how people say energy, his vibes. I couldn't deny him and his beautiful children. You know, people ask to be on the live stream. I'll put them on the live stream. People don't want to be on the camera. I might not put you on the camera if you ask me nicely. But being that we are in public, you have no right to privacy when you are in the public domain, as they say. But, you know, just got to be respectful out here. But how's it looking to y'all, man? How's it sound? I hope everything looks good. You know, it's beautiful, right? This is what they call the Orange County Regional History Center. You have a lot of homeless people that post up in here. This little park, you have a lot of people that just walk their dogs around here too. But I usually see a lot of people that are down and out walking around over here, you know. So we're gonna keep, stay away from them to give them their privacy, even though they are in the public. I respect people's personal space to a certain extent. As I mosey down through this beautiful little downtown area of Orlando. I'm on Central Boulevard. I'm east of Orange Avenue on Magnolia Avenue, going up on Magnolia Avenue. This is a little bus stop that they have down here. This street right here is for buses only. This downtown section of Orlando wasn't built for all the traffic that we get at nighttime. They have to close down all these streets. It gets insane out here, and then you still see people trying to drive on the bus lanes. You don't know how many times I've seen people get pulled over for driving on the bus lane out here. So stay out the bus lanes, Can't make a left on this street. You can only make a right. The way they built downtown, it was just, they were not expecting it to get to the point where we're at right now. Because all you got is one ways going this way. It's very tough to be a driver out here. I used to actually do Uber down here. And it was the hardest thing. I would avoid downtown at all costs. But I'm here to catch all the craziness. I don't know if I'll still be out here when they start marching, because I got to get out of here in like 2 or 3 hours. 2 hours, really. So, they're probably already preparing. I'm going to walk down there right now and see what they got going on. This is where they do the improvs at the public library. Sometimes you just want to come to a library. There is nothing like a library. Oh, yes. Hey, ¿qué pasa? ¿Qué lo que? This is the public library right here. Oh, it's nice and warm, nice and cool over here, actually. Because it's a hot day, believe me. You want to be in some AC. But we're gonna enjoy the beautiful day. I'm gonna go down to Lake Eola Park. This is live, so live. I hope that you can hear me live. I'm in downtown Orlando, Florida right now. Sorry, I was up close and personal. Hello, how you doing? Hey, we got people saying hello. We got police on bikes. We got people in their electric vehiculars. And we probably got the Hebrew Israelites out here right now. I don't know. All right. But it's gonna be a beautiful day, and it's already a beautiful day. We are live. See this right here now? Where we at now? This is Rosalind Avenue and Central Boulevard and Rosalind Avenue. This whole area right here was actually a 7-Eleven not too long ago. People used to come here when the clubs let out at 2 a.m. Flood these streets, man. You could barely even drive through here. And everybody would come right here to this little plaza thinking that the 7-Eleven had a bathroom they can use. No, it didn't. It was a very small 7-Eleven location that used to always get robbed. Homeless people were always inside and around it and all of that. Hey, I don't got nothing right now. Maybe later. I'll be back. Yeah, but just appreciating the beautiful sights out here. I mean, I love it. Beautiful people too. Kind, man, neighborly people that say hello. That's the type of people you find out here in downtown. For the most part, you're gonna have your jackasses. But yeah, we love Trump out here in Florida, People love Donald Trump in Florida. And I love these Trump supporters too. They treat me nice out here, man. I don't care. I don't care what you think. I was born in New York City. I was actually born in Queens, just like Donald Trump was born in Queens. Donald Trump was born in Jamaica Hospital. I was born in Flushing Hospital, not too far. Growing up in New York City in the 90s, you always heard about Donald Trump. I know Donald Trump was cool with all his friends in Wu-Tang Clan and all that, all his Wu-Tang friends. We're gonna pull up on these Hebrew Israelites real quick, matter of fact. I gotta watch the... Yeah, it's Donald Trump's birthday. People call him a draft dodger. People call him pedophile. Man, listen, I'm out here to support love, peace, and unity. We got some Hebrew Israelite fellas over here. It's about to come up on them real quick. I've been over here before. This is the Watchman for Israel, Hebrew Israelite camp. We already know San Miguel TV always gets at these cats. Yeah, I've been here before. Oh yeah.
Wherefore thus saith the Lord God of hosts, because ye speak this word, behold, I will make my words in thy mouth fire. I will make my words in thy mouth fire. I will, because ye speak this word, 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 because ye speak this word.
Of course, we got the Hebrew Israelites out here as always. Sometimes I bother them. Well, they bother everybody else, but not today, Satan. They over there preaching hate, division, racial tensions. That's what the Hebrew Israelite preaches. And let me tell you too something to the liberals that be out here, the boot-licking Hebrew Israelite boot-licking liberals, because there's videos of these guys getting their boots licked by some dumbass LGBT liberals out here that don't know that these people want them dead. These people want them to go through slavery, then they want them to die, then they want their soul to burn for eternity in a place called hell. Go talk to these guys right now as a white person, and you think all the hate is, oh, white people are so... You will never hear... Actually, let's take a little trip down there, matter of fact. We're going to go over down that way. So you can hear what the hell they be talking about over here on a beautiful Saturday afternoon. I mean, they have the right to be in public just like I have the right to be in public, no? Recording. They record everybody else. I've been out there before talking to these cats, and one of the breakdowns that they have is that they're the true Jews, the true Hebrew Israelites, and that white people are going to go through slavery because the Bible prophesies it. Go ahead and go listen to these guys. That's what they're talking all day long. But they get aggressive as hell if you walk by and try to record them and ask questions. But fuck it, let's just do it. That's what they teach. So...
Yeah, you're probably right.
see, they called their God Yahweh. Mispronunciation. A lot of this stuff is really offshoots of 1 West 125th Street. Oh, yeah, we could talk. All right. No, I don't want to interrupt the class because at the same time I pull up, they're like, we having a class, brother. So you can never win with y'all. All right.
John, chapter 8 and verse 32. And ye shall know the truth. What the Lord say?
And ye shall know the truth.
See that, man? Somebody got to teach the truth, man.
Right.
The Lord said ye shall know the truth. Go ahead. And the truth shall make you free. What the Lord say?
And the truth shall make you free.
And the truth shall make you free, man. Huh?
All right.
We talked to him before.
Yeah. My question is Deuteronomy 28, verse 68. I got you on video saying that by the way whereof I spake unto thee, thou shalt see it no more again. Sometimes you say it's Israel, but sometimes you say it's Egypt. So would you be willing to clarify what does that mean? By the way whereof I spake unto thee, thou shalt see it no more again. Is that Israel or is that Egypt?
Sometimes I say what?
And that is Israel. I did a video about it. Yeah, I know. It's not Israel. It can't be.
Go to Deuteronomy 28. What? I don't understand what you're saying. That I said what?
By the way whereof I spake unto thee, right? What does that mean?
Go to
This is Deuteronomy.
Yeah.
So this is Deuteronomy 28 and 68. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships by the way whereof I spake unto thee. Thou shalt see it no more again.
So what it's talking about is, if you can understand, the place where we went to captivity at, right? That's what it's talking about in Egypt.
Right.
The Israelites were slaves in Egypt, right? But the Lord is prophesying of another slavery.
Right. Okay.
Meaning, when you go into this slavery, you're not going to see this place again, which is where we are right now. We've been in North and South America ever since. We're not going to see that place again. That's all it means, just simple.
What place is it talking about that we're not going to see again?
Listen, Egypt.
Egypt. Okay. So it says, by the way whereof I spake unto thee, which means the place where I spoke to you, right? Thou shalt see it no more again.
Just meaning, where you're going to go, that's where you're going to be when I send my son in the last days.
Because if it's saying the place where I spoke to you, and then it says there, isn't that the same place where God already spoke to Israelites at? Because now he's going back and saying, that same place where I spoke to you, it's in Deuteronomy 17:16. It says, thou shalt not multiply horses unto you, and thou shalt return no more that way. Which is the way that he told them not to return that way. It's a place. The place is Egypt, because y'all like to use the definition of the word Egypt and try to play with that and use double meaning. But Egypt, we know, is a land, isn't it? So when it says again, isn't it talking about that same land? Because then it says, by the way whereof I spake, the place where I spoke to you at, there ye shall be sold. Isn't that same place? But now you're telling me that's America, right?
No.
Egypt, the 2.0 Egypt, right?
You're not understanding. Give me Psalm 119 and 104. You're going to have trouble because, what you about to say? He's not going to understand that. So, I'm trying.
You're going to go to Exodus 20 and 2?
Hold on, man. That's what I'm telling you. Give me some so you can understand our perspective and how we understand the scripture.
I used to be in the ICGJC, so I understand exactly what y'all teach.
So why are you here then?
Because I want to actually challenge you by somebody that was there. I mean, that's what I'm doing. But like, you were about to go to Exodus 20 and 2, right?
Hold on. Why didn't you stop the first time you walked by with the camera?
Because I didn't want to interrupt.
But you still interrupt.
All right.
So
what does that matter?
so
I
what
stopped
is-
anyways, but
okay, so what is?
because I didn't stop the first time.
Because you're not gonna be able to understand. What is your point?
I'm just trying to have this live and go through these
You're
scriptures.
just trying to get some content,
Right. Okay.
right? You don't care about the Bible. You're just trying to get content.
Well,
We're not interested in that. We're out here
but
trying
that's
to do
fine.
the work of the Lord.
I get it.
If you don't believe and you already know about it,
Right.
you're just wasting time.
Well, I remember that I did a video on when you were part of the Wi-Fi Hebrew Israelites. I did a video where you were saying out here that Israel is that land that you shall see no more again. And then I caught you in another video.
You can't understand it.
No, that's actually.
You caught me in another video. The videos are posted live.
Yeah, you did it.
No,
You did two different things.
No,
Where
you
it says
don't understand.
by the way whereof I spake unto thee,
Right,
it's talking about
We understand we would would be in captivity and not in our own place.
Right, but you said that was Israel, because you said will we see our homeland ever again? That's what you're saying in the
It
video.
don't matter because you don't understand. So we're not going to get anywhere.
What does that mean?
We
Don't you?
understand.
But don't you want to clarify?
It's
So it is Egypt. It's not Israel.
Yes, it's Egypt.
Oh, okay. Because you said it was. You actually said it was Israel before. So I just wanted to.
That.
I don't understand
Give
what.
me the book of Job, chapter 11 and verse 7.
You just said it's Egypt. Now you saying I don't understand.
Give me the book of Proverbs, chapter 24 and verse 7.
This is the book
And
of,
then we're going to be done with you. Read this.
This is
And
the book
give me the book of Daniel 12 and 10. Read that.
I mean, these people say
Job 11 and
Mexicans,
verse 6.
Mexicans and
And that he
Haitians
will show thee
are the same
the
people.
secrets of wisdom, that they are double
How are
to
Mexicans
that which
and
is
You're not
Haitians?
even listening.
How are Mexicans and Haitians the same
Read it
people?
again.
That's what I don't know.
and that he would show thee the secrets of wisdom,
And then they said,
that they are
Gad.
double to that which is.
That they are what?
That they are double to that which is.
He can't, you don't understand
if
that.
Gad are the Native American Indians,
Proverbs,
aren't
chapter
Seminole Indians
24,
Native
verse
Americans?
7. Wisdom is too high for a fool. What the Lord say?
Wisdom is too high for a fool.
Read it again.
Wisdom is too high for a fool.
That's
Proverbs
right.
23 and 9. See, he mocking.
Come, brother.
He mocking.
Brother. All right, y'all.
Hey, Proverbs, get up with you. Chapter 23 and verse 9. Speak not in the ears of a fool. The Lord says,
Speak not in the ears of a fool.
That's what we talk about, baby. And then what I'm gonna do is actually go back and show y'all the video of when that fool is saying that by the way whereof I spake unto thee, it's talking about Israel. And then another video he says it's talking about Egypt. So it's like all these guys are doing out here on a beautiful Saturday afternoon is preaching hate, more division. But people, they want to be mad at MAGA this, MAGA. These guys are right here in your streets preaching hate. But the MAGA people are the racist ones, right? Yeah, I don't understand what kind of bullshit this shit. Like, this shit comes from 1 West 125th Street, Harlem. Right? 1 West 125th Street. With a man named Ariyah created this 12 tribe sign that says that Hispanics, Native Americans, and Black Americans and Haitians, and West Indians are all the 12 lost tribes of Israel, and that they come from Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. You know the good old scriptures that everybody knows these scriptures, man. They're trying to say that all along nobody ever knew that the real Israelites are Mexicans and Haitians, and this is a brand new doctrine that people are teaching nothing but hate out here. And you got to walk away sometimes. See how you try to change it so you walk by and now you want to say something. Shut the hell up. Yeah, I walked by to give y'all, a little bit of fucking time to prepare for when I got to ask you these questions. I used to be a Hebrew Israelite. I used to be on this shit. It's kind of ridiculous when when I think about that. I used to be part of this shit. I actually helped the Orlando division grow a little bit. And these cats used to be the Wi-Fi Hebrew Israelites. They used to call themselves WFI. I used to make fun of them, call them the Wi-Fi Israelites. WFI means Watchmen for Israel. Now they changed their name to something else. They took all this stuff from 1 West 125th Street, which was the location of an old cult called the Israelite School, or the Israeli, at the time it was called the Israeli School of Universal Practical Knowledge. And all that garbage has spread out here. ¿Cómo están? Hola, buena. My peoples. And now this shit has spread out to Orlando, Florida. This hate, this racism, the real racism right there. They're gonna be protesting Trump and all that shit. But they hate you too, you white liberals, you black liberals, you black men and women that want to be down with the white man, all that shit, man. Jesus Christ was black and he had an afro, yo. Good for you, man. I'll leave you to that. That's what you got to do sometimes. Don't do what I just did right now, because it's a fucking waste of time with these people. I'm telling you. All they're going to do is yell and scream over you and try to say, Wisdom is too high for a fool, and post scriptures, right? And put scriptures out of context. They don't know what the hell they're talking about. And people just walk by like nothing. Oh, that's just the crazy ass Hebrew Israelites. But every day you got racism staring at you in the face. Real racism right there. Y'all want to talk about all this dumb shit? Oh, MAGA's racist, bro. The hatred against the MAGA people, them people that support Trump, is tremendous. I mean, they get attacked. They've been getting attacked since going back to 2017. You know, through the marches and protests that they do and that they run. Sometimes they get the anti-protesters. And then you got it going both ways, but I'm sorry, I see more violence coming from the left. That's how I see it. You really want to be real. And you might see something out here today. We'll see. Hopefully it's not crazy and it just, it could be contained as a peaceful little protest. It's what you see happening in California, Los Angeles, especially Los Angeles in the last few weeks. It's just nothing but hatred for your own country. It's like you living in your parents' house and you don't want to leave and you hate it. Oh, I hate you, Mom. Leave your mom's house, man. Leave the country that you hate so much and go to the country whose flag you're waving around. How about that, man? How about you go back to the country whose flag you're waving around so vehemently and passionately? Where's all that passion when it comes time to fight the cartels and shit? When it comes time to really get down and take your country back from the cartel movement that has had a grip on this country of Mexico, the beautiful, beautiful land of Mexico, Mexicana. I mean, for how many years, how many decades now? Going back to, since forever, the drugs that are smuggled through there. And yes, there have been Americans that have contributed to the smuggling of drugs that have somehow helped by turning an eye and getting a paycheck. You know these agents are out there, these CIA agents. Yeah, they're out there. There was a reporter for the Sun newspaper in San Diego, California, back in the late 80s, early 90s. I forget his name, but his last name was Gray. I know it's something Gray. He exposed what was going on during the Cold War in Central America and Mexico and then Costa Rica, and all the drugs that were being smuggled all the way through into our country and being sold directly to big time drug dealers that you may have heard of, like Rick Ross, Freeway Rick Ross. He definitely used to deal directly with cartels. Our own people are selling drugs and are traders to our own country, pretty much, and letting a lot of drugs flow in. A lot of it is coming from Mexican cartels that are coming from that border. It's very important that we know who is coming through, in and out, especially if you're going to be a criminal. We want to know what your history is. You just can't come into our country and we don't know what kind of background you got, what kind of history you have. So, that way at least we have a record if you're a molester of innocent victims. Yeah, we want to know who you are if you're coming into our country. Just like you would want to know who's coming into your home. You would want to know who's coming into your home. You ain't just gonna let anybody come into your home. You know how that goes. But let's get more views of the city. This is Roslyn and Jackson Street. Yeah, they could keep LA, keep Los Angeles. Listen, my father lives in New York City. Y'all could have New York City. I mean, it's a lot of money in New York City and Los Angeles. Lot of money. There's a lot of crime too. There's a lot of poverty and homelessness. There's a lot of what they call relative poverty, where from one block to the next, you see the poverty line just, whoop, you see the wealth distribution just vanish from one block to the next. That's how it goes in these major cities. So that's what you have is something called relative poverty, which is different from something called absolute poverty. This country doesn't really have a lot of absolute poverty. We have more what you call relative poverty, which is, oh, I don't have as much as my neighbor. My neighbor got a Tesla and I got a fucking, you know, what do you call it? A Hyundai, whatever the hell. It's that type of poverty that's going on where they just, and they see a come up, you know, that's what relative poverty does. You can actually see some type of come up in places where there's absolute poverty. You don't see, nobody got money around you. We don't have that here in America. We have more relative poverty. So when people talk about poverty causes crime and all that whole narrative, that old narrative that comes from the left, the poverty causes crime, that is a lie. You have to be more specific on how. There's gray areas. It's not just, oh, I'm poor, I have no morals, and I just kill. Because crime doesn't just involve incentives, financial incentives. Crime involves domestic violence, murder, things that have no financial incentive usually. It's just out of whatever, anger, rage, violence, a certain culture that's involved in all of this. There's a certain type of mentality that has to come with all this. Then you might get yourself into poverty. What about all the people that turn themselves into poverty, that somehow fell on poverty because of their own actions? We can't blame that on them. Well, poverty causes crime. Well, who put them in poverty? Why don't they get out of poverty? You know what I mean? It's not that easy. So I'm not trying to be insensitive, but you know what I mean? Like poverty is just some natural disaster or some shit. Poverty has actually always existed in this country, in this world. We were born into poverty as a human race. So I don't want to hear that bullshit. Poverty causes crime. That old narrative from the left. Because there are cities in West Virginia that are more poor than cities in Illinois and other areas where it's mostly democratic, and there's more crime, there's more property crime, there's more theft, murder, domestic violence issues. But here, we're a little early, but we're coming up on City Hall. And this is Dr. Phillips Center, downtown here on Magnolia Avenue and South Street. We on South Street going west towards Orange Avenue, which is the central downtown Orlando. It's the middle, the heart of Orlando, Florida. We're right here. This is the city beautiful, they call it. And it is a beautiful city full of beautiful people. And I can't wait to show y'all some of them. Hopefully these ain't some ugly people, hateful people. Let's see. Hey, what's up, yo? All right, this is it. I mean, this is a small little protest. I guess it's gonna... I don't see... This is it? I guess it's just the beginning of it, maybe. But, let's check it out. Let's cross this way. This is downtown Orlando, baby. Actually, we could cross right here. Forgot about that. Let me let these people go first, though. This is South Street and Orange Avenue, right in front of City Hall. It's not much of a crowd right now, but I can imagine that it's gonna get bigger and bigger. So this is the Grand Bohemian Hotel. Let me cross this way. Says Jesus would have been a Democrat. I beg to differ. Hello. Most of us are hard workers. We contribute. Hello. Hello. 8647. So this is what we got so far. This is the demonstration on Orange and South. I believe it starts a little later. Does this really begin a little later? What, like 5?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay,
Yeah.
all right.
Early, actually.
Well, that's fine,
I
yeah.
just came from DeLand, and that was a good turnout.
There was one out there. I saw that.
2,000 people showed up.
2,000. Wow, okay.
And little DeLand.
Yeah, the land is small. Okay. All right.
I've been here a couple of weekends. This is a big one, but before there's been at least several thousand here.
Okay. I'm just trying to walk downtown and show everybody what's going on. All right. Have a good day.
Good day.
Beautiful day, right? Yeah. All right. These are people just voicing their, just exercising their First Amendment rights to gather, protest peacefully, and this is the beginning of it, because this is really supposed to get big down here. Orlando's very blue. It's a very blue city, so you're gonna get a good amount of people out here. Let me show you how City Hall looks. If Jesus says, what did it say? Jesus would have been a Democrat. That's crazy. Like Jesus would have been pro-abortion, and Jesus. No, man, stop. You know that's a lie. But hey, we've been going for 45 minutes. Since it's not so packed right now, what I'm gonna do is actually come back later. I'm gonna come back at night, y'all. Y'all want me to come back at night? Check, so we can check this shit out? Cause I'm sweating like a motherfucker right now. It is hot. I should have brought my my tripod thing to hold it down and record in the street. But yeah, this is it, man. This is what we got. This is Trump's America, as they say. They want to show you rioting and looting and tensions between police and civilians, and say this is all Trump's fault. But the people that choose to come out here, and get violent or get rowdy and need to be contained, they know what's coming. They want to antagonize the police. I'm very much for the police. And the police are protecting these people right now. And if anything was to happen where people wanted to attack them, the police will intervene and protect them, just like they protect everybody else. They protect your rights just as much as they protect their rights. This video is going to be ending very soon, so I just want to remind y'all to subscribe, that I will be coming back tonight to this downtown area downtown Orlando, Florida. I'm over here just going through it, getting the heat, the best of the heat. And yeah, it's yeah, I'm enjoying this beautiful day, to be honest. No troops on U.S. soil. Peach Donald Trump. This is just the beginning of it. It's supposed to continue on until tonight, pretty much. So let me sit down right here. Whew. Man, that concrete is hot. So it's still early, not a big turnout. All right, guys, I think I'm gonna call it a day. Yeah, I'm gonna have to come back at night. It's too hot.
You know, they're threatening to cancel his parade.
Where's that supposed to be?
DC?
Oh, okay. All right. I don't know if I could cross yet.
I don't think people understand who Benedict Arnold was.
The
The traitor?
right, the Trader General.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Okay.
why it says Benedict Arnold.
Have a great day. Yeah. You see how they are. I mean, I don't want to get into no shouting or debates, you know, because there were some signs there that I'm like, okay, you know, you're going to have your extreme views. You're going to have people that think Donald Trump is like Benedict Arnold. You know, I wouldn't go that far, man. Benedict Arnold was a real traitor to his country. What Donald Trump is trying to do is actually clean up this country. And it might hurt some people and this is what it's upsetting people, because there's going to be innocent people that get hemmed up by the cops. They might get stopped by the cops and temporarily detained. And people think that's like kind of like martial law. And it's not martial law. This is not a takeover of the police department. I get what they're doing. There's a lot of money being spent on illegals. Then there's that fear of what illegals you have in this country. There's some real bad dudes, man, that are responsible for a lot of the crime that really come from a big majority of good people. The majority of Mexican people are good people. The majority of the immigrants that come to this country are good people. You know, and I don't think that this is an attack on Americans like how they want to make it seem. Completely the opposite. So, you know, I'm gonna call it a day and come back maybe tomorrow night. Tonight. You see some of the flags that they have over there. Let me see. They got the Palestinian flag. They got the United States flag. Okay, finally see that. Sometimes, you know, you don't see that nowhere. And whew. Yeah, man. I'm getting beat by the heat right now. First time I see them actually with the American flag. They got the Mexico flag, Palestinian flag. They always find a way to incorporate other people's struggles into their own to try to get them on board. Listen, I'm struggling just like you. Our Palestinians are just like Mexicans. When it's a whole different situation going on between Palestinians and Mexicans. You know what I mean? This is the Dr. Phillips Performing Arts Center, or Center for the Performing Arts. I've never actually been in here, to tell you the truth, man. There's been so many things, man. Been so many like events and different things I've been wanting to see up in here, but never got a chance to. But yeah, I mean, this is a small demonstration going on right now. Nothing really big yet. Yeah, this No Kings protest is a protest that was set by largely by Democrats. There's some Republicans against Trump, you know, of course. But this was a Democratic gathering, protest, and demonstration that's happening nationwide. Some of the protests already turned violent, which you see in Los Angeles. This is a very small demonstration. This is Florida. This is not Los Angeles, California. This ain't New York City or Minneapolis. They're not gonna allow the shit that happens out in Los Angeles and New York City. They're not gonna allow that to happen down here. The demonstrations are probably gonna move on to a place where they could get more rowdy. And this part of Orlando, they're not gonna dare get rowdy. Not over there in front of City Hall. Listen, there's cops watching them already, but that's a innocent. I mean, these people won't harm a fly, man. I'm telling you. These are just some confused ass fucking Floridian liberals. Like, I get it, man. You don't like some of these things that's going on, but overall, this is for the better of the country. This is more you're gonna see in the next 5 to 10 years. This should actually get better as the economy is going to get better. All of that, man. Production in this country is gonna get better. People are starting to have more patriotism towards their own country. You don't see that a lot in America. I've been around a lot of groups that are actually very much anti-America. And they're almost like anarchists. They want to see this country burn down and shit. They don't have anything going for themselves sometimes. So they don't care if property, they don't understand what it is to even own property of their own. So they don't care about burning down buildings and, you know, and attacking people in vehicles and all that shit, you know? But yeah, you know, I'm just here to show you the city, the views. And fuck, maybe I'll come back tonight because it's way too hot right now. Or maybe if I find some shade. But no, they are setting property on fire and cars. They're looting property. They're looting businesses in Washington Heights, in New York City, right in Manhattan, in Los Angeles, in downtown Los Angeles. That's happening. Stop lying. I have it all on my Instagram. I've seen the videos on my Instagram. And they're coming from people on the ground, just like I am. See, I ain't catching none of this right now. There ain't that many people here. Wait till the rowdy motherfuckers come out here, the lefty lunatics. What they're doing in Seattle, what they've been doing since 2020, 2019, since forever. When they had this is a free, no cop zone, an anti-cop zone in here. They damn blocked off streets of downtown Seattle and said no cops can be here. And the council people in Seattle, they're so woke and so far left and insane, they just allowed them to run parts of the city however the fuck they wanted. The left is insane. And when they do violence and they riot, oh yeah, what rioting? And then they don't understand why they're deploying the National Guard to protect the ICE agents. They're being attacked. They're being attacked off of damn rooftops and passovers and build what do you call it, bridges and overpasses rather, right in the city of Los Angeles. Bricks are being thrown at them as they're driving away. They're not even trying to get anybody, they're just driving. Yeah, you can't attack any officer of the law. And that's what ICE agents fall under, federal officer. So that's considered a federal crime. And they're arresting these people, don't worry. Yeah, and Mexico hasn't, California hasn't been part of Mexico since 1948, since 1848, excuse me. And they got $15 million, Mexico, for Nevada, Utah, parts of Wyoming, Arizona, New Mexico, Colorado, and forget what else. Mexico got $15 million in 1848. It was called the Treaty of Guadalupe. And now California is part of America. And that's how that works. I mean, it was in the Mexican-American War. That's how that works, man. Go back to Mexico if you love it so much, yo. Use all that energy towards the cartels in Mexico. The real enemies of the people, you know? No one mentioned that the first time hearing it online. I have no desire to ever go to Mexico. I mean, maybe Tulum and Cancun. I heard good things about Tulum. But other than that, have no real desire. I'm American born and bred, New York City, Dominican York, by way of the Dominican Republic. But, you know, born in Queens, New York, just like your favorite president, Donald Trump. And I'm here just to be an observer. So I want to see what happens, what's happening during these riots, during these protests, excuse me, that may lead to riots. But they know not to mess around in Florida. They already know that. So I think this is about it. I'm going to call it a day. Yeah, if you want to support any violence and hate towards people because of their opinions, because of their, you know, their right to speak up, their right to counter protest, and you got serious problems and you got another thing coming, Jack. But I'm out of here, yo. I'm gonna be back tonight and catch some of this at night when, you know, when the freaks come out. So it might get a little bit more lit. All right, y'all. San Miguel TV, subscribe, like the video. I'll see you on the next one. Peace.